Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Get ready for a whirlwind of fun, because today we're diving into another thrilling full episode of America's favorite game, Wheel of Fortune. The date is October 20th, 2025. And tonight's episode is packed with incredible puzzles, big money on the wheel, and contestants who are ready to spin and win. We have 3 new players joining us, each with a unique story and a shared dream of solving their way to a fortune. Who will be the first to solve the toss-up puzzle and take control of the wheel? The energy in the studio is absolutely electric, and you can feel the excitement building. Our contestants are looking sharp. The wheel is gleaming under the studio lights. And Pat and Vanna are ready to guide us through another unforgettable night of letter-turning puzzle-solving action. Let's meet our contestants for tonight. First up, from sunny San Diego, California, we have Maria, a high school science teacher with a passion for travel. Next to her is David, a firefighter from Chicago, Illinois, who hopes to win big for his growing family. And rounding out our trio is Sarah, a graphic designer from Austin, Texas, whose quick wit might just give her the edge. 3 fantastic people, but only one can make it to the bonus round. Who are you rooting for? Let me know in the comments below. The first toss-up puzzle is on the board, worth a cool $1,000. The category is thing. The letters are appearing one by one. Can you solve it at home before our contestants do? And there it is. David buzzes in with the correct answer. A stroke of genius. What a fitting way to start the game. David gets on the board with $1,000 and will be the first to spin the world-famous wheel. Let's see what he can do. The first puzzle of the main game is up, and the category is same letter. This is always a fun one. David gives the wheel a powerful spin. He's looking for big money, but more importantly, he needs to avoid that bankrupt Wedge. The wheel slows down, and it lands on $500. A solid start. He calls a T, and Vanna reveals 4 of them. That's $2,000 right off the bat. The puzzle is starting to take shape. David decides to buy a vowel, an E. Yes, there are 3 E's up there. His total is now $1,750, and he's still in control of the wheel. He spins again, aiming for that top dollar value. The wheel clicks past the mystery wedge and lands on oh so close to the big one, but it settles on $700. He calls an RR. There any R's? Yes, 1 R. His bank is growing. The audience is cheering him on. He's built up a nice little sum, but the puzzle is still tricky. What will he do next? Spin again? Buy another vowel? Or try to solve it? It's a tough decision early in the game. He's thinking it over, and he decides to spin one more time. Here we go. The wheel is spinning, and it's heading towards the express wedge. This could be huge. But it just slides past it and lands on. So lose a turn. Oh, what a tough break for David after such a strong start. His turn is over, but he's still got money in the bank. Now, control passes to Maria. It's her first chance to spin the wheel. She gives it a gentle but hopeful push. Let's see where it takes her. The wheel stops on $650. She calls a common letter, and then Vanna heads to the board and reveals to ends. Maria is on the board with $1,300. Puzzle is becoming much clearer now. The category is same letter, remember. Maria decides to buy a vowel and asks for an A, a very smart move. And look at that, 3 A's appear on the board. She's up to $1,050. She's looking confident. Should she spin again or try to solve? The temptation to spin for more is always there. She decides to go for it. She gives the wheel a good, solid spin. It's clicking around, ... and it lands on the mystery wedge. The big question is, will she risk it? She called the letter P. If there's a P, she'll have $1,000 per letter and the choice to flip the wedge. Is there a P? Yes, there is one. She now has $2,050. The audience is shouting, flip it, flip it. This is a huge moment. On the back could be $10,000, or it could be a bankrupt. Maria takes a deep breath and decides to go for it. Vanna flips the wedge, and it reveals the $10,000. Unbelievable. The crowd goes wild. Maria just added $10,000 to her score, bringing her to $12,050. Now with a massive lead, Maria looks at the board and says, "I'd like to solve the puzzle. The letters are almost all there." She reads it out. "Perfect picnic planning partner." That is correct. Hey, what an incredible first round for Maria. She walks away with $12,050 and a huge smile on her face. What a game-changing moment. We're just getting started, folks. The excitement is only going to build from here. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with round 2 after this. Welcome back to Wheel of Fortune. Maria is leading the pack after that spectacular first round, but it's still anyone's game. David and Sarah are eager to catch up. Round 2 is underway, and the category is before and after. This always leads to some funny and creative combinations. Our prize puzzle for this round is a trip to beautiful Hawaii. Imagine winning that. The wheel is loaded with cash and prizes, and it's Sarah's turn to start us off. She gives the wheel a spin. It's a fast one. It slows down and lands on $600. She calls for an S. Vanna reveals 2 of them. Sarah's on the board with $1,200. She spins again, getting into the rhythm of the game. Lands on $500. She picks the letter L, and yes, there's one L. She's now up to $1,700. She's playing it safe and smart, building up her total. She decides to buy a vowel, the letter O, a good choice, as 3 O's appear on the board. Her score is now $1,450. The puzzle is still a bit of a mystery, but she has a good foundation. She spins again, and this time, it lands on the free play wedge. This is a great spot. She can call any letter, and even if it's not there, she keeps her turn. She decides to call the letter G. Are there any G's? Yes, there's one G. She gets $500 for that, bringing her total to $1,950. Since it was free play, she keeps her turn. This is her chance to really build a lead. She spins again. It stops on the bankrupt right next to the top dollar. Oh, that is just heartbreaking for Sarah. All that hard work and $1,950 are gone in an instant. That's the way the wheel turns sometimes. It's a tough lesson, but she's still in the game. Now control passes back to David, who lost his turn in the last round. He's looking for redemption. David spins the wheel with determination. He needs to get back in this. The wheel lands on $800. Calls for an H. Yes, one H. He's back on the board with $800. He looks at the puzzle, thinking hard. It's a before and after puzzle, with a trip to Hawaii on the line. He spins again. He's avoiding those bad spots. It lands on $900. A great spin. He calls for D. Vanna turns 1D. David's total is now $1,700. He's making a comeback. He decides to solve. Says don't hog the remote control. That's a great guess, but it's not quite right. It's a tough miss for David. So the turn goes back to Maria. She already has a commanding lead. She spins the wheel, and it lands on $700. She calls a B. Are there any B's? No, unfortunately not. So it's back to Sarah, who is looking to recover from that tough bankrupt. She spins the wheel and lands on $500. She calls for the letter C. Yes, there is one C. She's back on the board with $500. The puzzle is don't hog the remote-controlled boat. Sarah solves it. She wins the $500, and more importantly, she wins that spectacular prize puzzle trip to Hawaii. What a comeback. What an incredible turn of events. At the end of round 2, Maria is still in the lead with her big round 1 winnings, but Sarah is right back in it with a trip to Hawaii under her belt. The competition is heating up, and we still have more puzzles to solve. The express round is coming up next, where things can change in the blink of an eye. You won't want to miss a second of it. Thanks so much for watching with us today. If you're enjoying this episode, please give this video a thumbs up, and do not forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss another exciting Wheel of Fortune episode. We'll see you in the next part of the game. Spin, solve, and win.